Now it's all got to come off. Hey guys, so I'm going to do this makeup look using the Revolution products that I've got, and also just general kind of drugstore makeup as well. I'm just going to substitute the things that I don't have from Revolution with kind of the same price point type product. Let's get into this. So I'm going to kick off by using my Olay medium BB cream, and I'm going to mix in some of the Body Shop all-in-one BB cream, which is the number 03. These two products, this one's more of like a glow, so, and as I don't have any other glows, I'm going to try and see what these two look like. I've never tried them before, so let's just give it a go. Hopefully you guys can see that, because it's a bit hard to pick up on the camera, but you can see that the BB cream is more like a tinted moisturizer, and the other BB cream, the Body Shop one's more like a glowy kind of BB cream. So let's mix the two and apply them onto the skin and see what that looks like. Not going for full coverage anyway, but the BB cream, the Olay one, is really good. It gives you coverage, but really not like foundation-y or cakey or anything like that, just enough coverage to cover up like any imperfections. I kind of focus it more on the like lower part of my face, like this area I really focus it on, and this area, it's just where I have kind of darkness, so I feel like that's where I need it a bit more. And I just love working it in with my hands, because I think that works really well. And with the Body Shop glowy one, I kind of focus it more on this area and this area, maybe a little bit on my nose, kind of where you want to glow a bit more. What do you guys think? We've got some coverage. It's not bad, right? We've got a bit of glow and a bit of coverage. I think it looks okay. Okay, so now concealer. Again, I don't have a Revolution concealer, so let's just go in with this LA Girl, which obviously is drugstore as well, which I really like. And the colour I have is pure beige, and it's just the perfect colour for my skin. I tend to put concealer a bit lower than right up next to my eye. I just prefer it like that. So just in those areas. And I'm going to use a brush for this. Oh, my brushes are so dirty, I need to give them a clean. Because I thought about doing this makeup tutorial because a lot of your comments have been saying, like, you know, you want to see a bit more makeup because you actually enjoy just the average Joe doing makeup, because it's a little bit more realistic, which I'm all up for doing. Okay, so we've concealed. Got quite a nice coverage. I'm getting close so you guys can see. Seems all blended in, which is good. So I really like this one, the Soph palette. I'm not sure which Soph that is. If you guys know, please do comment below. I really like that palette, but for today's purpose, I'm actually going to use my newer one, which is the Revolution Neutrals 2 palette. I'm loving this. And as I'm wearing like a green jumper, I'm going to do like an orange on my eye, and I'm going to keep it really simple. So the colour I'm going to use, which I'm going to do a little bit in my crease first, is this kind of light one here. Do they have names? I guess they don't, but this one here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that all over my crease area. Really good colour payoff, guys. Really good. I'm just going to get my little mirror out so I can see where I'm applying the products, otherwise I'm looking a little bit too far away into. I'm going to go in with like a darker browny orange, this one right here, and I'm going to put that on the lid. So like a really simple look, guys. I am going to use the Soph palette. I'm going to use a brown from there and just darken it up a little bit. I'm just going to use a slight brown here at the bottom, those two, and just like on the edges and on the lower waterline. So this is what we've got so far. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and just use my like blendy brush and just blend. I think I'm going to use a bit of brow gel. This is the Technic brow gel. I'm not even sure where I got it from, but I know it's kind of a lower end one. I normally use my Benefit brow gel because I love that, but that is a little bit more expensive, so let's just stick with this one. Right, next product I'm going to use is my very old L'Oreal Cat eyeliner. I'm going to do a slight feline flick. Again, this is drugstore. Classy bird. Just to let you guys know, I have very hooded eyes, so I can't actually take the wing liner up here because the hood of my eye will like kind of mess it up and fall onto it, so it's very hard for me to do a wing eyeliner. So let me do it and I'll show you guys a bit of a close-up of how I do my version. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. It's a little bit messy sometimes, but let's give it a go. I'm going to go in with the Revolution bronzer in Bronzer Kiss. Okay, I'm back, and I'm not gonna lie, I did have to ask Ash to help me because I just couldn't do it. I was trying for ages and it was starting to hurt my hands, so I got it open anyway, and I'm just gonna use one of my brushes to give myself a little bit of bronze. Now I have a couple of options with the highlighter and blush. I have these two that I absolutely love. So this one, I'm not sure what this is called, but this is my all-time favorites. This is just called the Revolution Blush Palette, and this one's called Hot Spice. Now this one is a little bit more of the pinks and a bit more matte colours, and this is a bit more shimmery, and they're just amazing. So let me just, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this colour out of here to just do a little bit of this one here to use as like a highlighter. So I'll use the same brush. I really like using my fingers to just really press the highlighter in. I like the highlighter to look like it's an inner glow rather than sitting on my skin, so I do like to work that in as much as possible. Put a little bit up here. And from the Hot Spice palette, I'm just going to use one of the blush just because I want to give you guys as much of an idea as possible. I'm just going to give it like a bit of a swirl on all the pinks, and then just a little bit on the kind of balls of my cheek. I also have this really good Revolution highlighter which is called Sun Kiss, and just for the purpose of this video I'm just going to put a little bit on. Now I wouldn't obviously put all these colours on normally, but I'm just going to put a little bit more on just because I want to show you guys, like, you know, how they look. Even if I'm layering, I'll give you a bit of an idea. I'm going to glow. Now the good thing about this palette is it also comes with kind of a contour shade, so I really don't like the packaging of these Revolution palettes. It's actually starting to hurt my nails a little bit because they're quite tough to get in and out. It comes with this one contour kind of shade. I don't think it has shimmer in it, although it looks a bit shimmery today, but I think some of the shimmer's gone in from the others. So what I'm going to do, slight contour, as subtle as possible. Now all I'm going to do with a clean brush, I'm just going to really just work in that contour so it doesn't look harsh, and just blend it into my bronzer and highlighter, you know, just so it doesn't look like we've contoured the heck out of our face. So guys, I did have quite a few options with the bronzer and the highlighter. Now this, my goodness, all my packaging for the Revolution stuff is literally broken. Like, this is falling apart. This is one of my favourite Baked Bronzer Golden Days. It is so lovely. This is for the subtle kind of everyday look. I love it. It doesn't like highlight like this one does. This is more like a very subtle glow, and it's absolutely lovely. But look at this, this is broken. Like, it really annoys me when my makeup breaks because I really like to be tidy and clean with all my makeup, and I try and keep it as clean as possible. This one is also broken. I mean, they're only £2 or £3 each, but still, I mean, expect it not to break, and I really do care for them. I don't chuck them around. This one is called Peach Lights, so if you want a little bit more of a different type of highlight, this is a good one. And then I have a third one which luckily is not broken yet, which is the Rose Gold Lights, so that's really lovely as well. So all three of them are really nice. Oh, another kind of dupe of the Kevyn Aucoin is this gradient highlighter Rose Quartz Light. This is really nice too. I mean, I really like all of this stuff. This is, thank God, not broken. This is a good travel one because you're getting like sort of pinks to like darker brown, like a brown kind of highlighter, and like a lighter one as well. So actually this is great to travel with. Final step I'm going to do, which I love to do right at the end, is I'm going to go back to my concealer, the LA Girl one, and hopefully there's a bit left. And I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones a little bit. And also just a little bit up here. It really is running out, guys. I need to buy another one. Oh, maybe I'll have a look at the Revolution concealers. Now, if you just want a pressed powder, I have the Revolution pressed powder. There is no colour, or is there a colour? There is no colour. This one, thank goodness, opens a bit easier than the... Okay, I just lost the poofy thing. So I do have the pressed powder version, and it opens a lot easier than the bronzer does, which is good, and it comes with like a little poof thing. I'm not going to use that one today. That's not my favourite one, although that is probably the ideal one to travel with, because obviously if you're traveling then you don't want to always take a loose powder with you. The other option I've got is this loose powder, which is like a peach colour. Now this is obviously very similar to the Ben Nye banana powder, but this is not a yellow, this is like a peachy kind of tone, and I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to shake a little bit onto my lap over here, and then I'm going to actually use my Charlotte Tilbury, because I really like using this highlighter brush for it, because it picks up the product quite lightly and I can just shake a bit off. And then I'm going to down here, and then a tiny bit guys, we're nearly there. So you can see how that kind of powder finishes on my skin, and I really like that. I really like the finish of the powder on my skin. You can see that the highlight's lovely, the bronzer, the contour, really nice. You know, this is a look that's cost not very much. I've not used anything high-end. It just shows you really just don't need very high-end makeup, even if I do buy it, I know. You just don't really need to. I think you can get away with just drugstore, like if you just select it with what you buy. I just need something on my lips, so let me just choose a lip colour. Right, so let's go with this NYX in Stockholm. Let's put a bit of this over my lips. You know what guys, I'm not loving this lip combo. Let me put a little bit of pink. I'm going to grab some of this Wet n Wild Just Peachy and just dab that on. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. I actually don't like a really glossy finish, but I also don't like a really matte finish, so that does make life a bit difficult. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this makeup look today. I hope that you know, I hope you do like my makeup tutorials, which, you know, they're not professional, but I hope there's something that you can take away from it, like what products look good, what products I'm loving, and all that kind of stuff. I really like this kind of look, and I love the glow that the highlighters give, and the bronzers are just beautiful. I need to play around a little bit more with the base products. I'm not really trying in their concealers and foundations as yet, but it's just harder to try those products because you need to get the right colour for your skin, and they don't always have testers, and there's just, you know, that just still is a little bit more complicated. Whereas with highlighters, bronzers, eye products, they're a bit easy. You can look at them and know if they'll look good, or if they, you know, if you like them, then it's a lot easier to just pick them up. I'll see you soon. Mwah! Thank you for watching. Let's try this Kylie Jenner red lip. I don't know if I've used this.